Listen, my chosen ones. The spiritual veil is thinner than ever, and something monumental is unfolding in the heavenly realms. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear can sense it. The shift, the divine movement, the arrival of messengers sent by me. The 4 angels are here. This is not a symbolic vision or a poetic metaphor. They come bearing messages that will redefine everything you thought you knew for generations. These revelations have remained concealed, but now the time of unveiling has arrived. This message is not for the world at large. It is not for those still bound by the illusions of comfort and complacency. It is for you, the 1440000, the ones set apart before time began. If this resonates deep within your soul, if your spirit stirs with an unshakable sense that you were called for something greater, then this message was meant for you. Comment 88 below as a declaration that you recognize the divine summons upon your life. Have you ever questioned why your path has been so different? Why your journey feels heavier, lonelier, yet filled with undeniable purpose? You have seen what others cannot see, felt burdens that few could ever comprehend. You have faced rejection, endured relentless trials, and walked a road that only the chosen can understand. This is no accident. From the very foundation of the earth, I set you apart for something beyond the ordinary. The time of preparation is over. The 4 angels bring not gentle reassurances, but divine mandates that will awaken your spirit to an entirely new dimension. Their words will not only confirm what you have long suspected, but will ignite a transformation that will alter your path forever. Are you ready to hear them? Because once you do, nothing will ever be the same. Now prepare yourself. These 4 messages are not just knowledge, they are a call to action. And once you receive them, there is no turning back. Are you truly ready? Because the moment of awakening is here. My chosen ones. The 1440000 have been called. The 4 angels have arrived with 4 powerful messages. Message 1. Look into your life. The world has deceived you from the very beginning. The first angel speaks, delivering a truth that challenges everything you thought you knew. You have been conditioned to accept a version of life that was never meant for you. From the moment you were born, society has placed expectations on you, what to desire, what to pursue, what to value. But have you ever stopped to question whether these were truly yours? The world has woven illusions so skillfully that many never wake up from them. False hopes, empty pursuits, meaningless struggles, all distractions designed to keep you from realizing who you really are. But now it is time to open your eyes. Look past the noise, the endless distractions, the burdens placed upon you. When you strip all of it away, what remains? Who are you beyond the labels, the roles, and the expectations that have been forced upon you? You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to fit into this world. That discomfort, that feeling of not belonging. It's because your spirit was chosen for something greater. That deep longing you have always felt, that inner knowing that there is something more. It is the call of your divine destiny. Have you ever wondered why? No matter how much you follow the world's ways, it never feels quite right. It's because you were set apart. Think of how a seed planted in rich soil feels out of place in rocky ground. It longs for the environment where it can truly grow and flourish. You are like that seed, destined for fertile ground where your true purpose can take root and bloom. The world may offer comforts that seem appealing, but they are like fleeting shadows that vanish with the dawn, leaving you yearning for the light of true fulfillment. What false identity have you been living in? What comforts have been keeping you from stepping into your true calling? Remember, my child, that stepping away from these illusions is not a loss but a gain, a freeing of your spirit to embrace the vastness I have prepared for you. This world will never truly embrace you because you were never meant to belong to it. Let go of the illusions, the distractions, the false promises. What remains when all of it is stripped away? Only the truth. And the truth is you are chosen. The unease you feel, the sense of not quite belonging, is not a flaw. It is a sign. Your soul was never meant to be confined by the artificial systems of this world. The restless longing within you is proof that your spirit was not designed to be imprisoned by the rules of men. You were not created to conform to a broken system, to chase illusions that vanish the moment you grasp them. Have you ever wondered why nothing in this world truly satisfies you? Why, even when you reach what others call success, an emptiness lingers? The world has conditioned you to chase after success. But in reality, success, at least as the world defines it, is nothing more than a golden cage, a life spent pursuing wealth, power, and status that may look fulfilling on the outside, but inside often leads to a soul suffocated by anxiety and dissatisfaction. Imagine chasing after a mirage in the desert, only to find it disappears when you draw near. That is the nature of worldly pursuits, always promising, but never delivering lasting peace. Look at how so many chase after fleeting joys, yet find themselves weary and unfulfilled. It's a reminder that true contentment comes from aligning with your higher purpose, not from external achievements. And what about validation? The world teaches you to seek approval, to measure your worth by the opinions of others. But validation is nothing more than a leash, keeping you tethered to the expectations of people who do not see the fullness of who you are. If you are constantly living for the applause of men, you will always be at their mercy. Is that the life you want? To be controlled by the judgments of those who are spiritually blind? Instead, find your worth in the quiet assurance that I see you fully and value you eternally, like a precious gem hidden from the careless but cherished by the one who knows its true brilliance. Why live bound by the expectations of those who cannot see your divine purpose? You were never created to waste your days chasing temporary pleasures that only leave you drained. The parties, the fleeting highs, the endless distractions, none of it truly fills the emptiness inside. This world offers counterfeit joy, but only I offer true fulfillment. Deep down, you already know this is to be true. How long will you allow yourself to be deceived? Step out of the illusion, break free from the chains of worldly ambition and false validation. You were not meant to be controlled, you were meant to be free. There is a reason you have always felt different, like an outsider looking in. From an early age, you sensed that something about this world was off, that the way things worked did not quite add up. You tried to fit in, to follow the rules set by society. Yet, deep down, something inside you resisted. That resistance was not rebellion, it was revelation. You are waking up to the deception that has blinded the masses for generations. Pause for a moment and examine your life. How much of what you believe to be true was taught to you rather than discovered? How many of your desires were planted in you by a world that never had your best interest at heart? You were never meant to bow to a broken system built on lies. But the only way to break free is to recognize the illusions for what they are. Think of how a bird in a cage might forget its ability to fly if it never tests its wings. Similarly, you have been caged by deceptions. But now is the time to spread your wings and soar into the freedom I intended for you. But spiritual sight comes at a price. To fully embrace the truth, you must be willing to let go of every illusion that still holds you captive. What are you clinging to that no longer serves you? What mindsets, habits, or relationships have kept you asleep when you were meant to be awake? Let these go, my child, and feel the lightness of a spirit unburdened, ready to embrace the path of awakening and purpose that awaits. This is your moment of reckoning. Heaven is waiting for your response. Will you remain entangled in the falsehoods of this world, or will you embrace the truth that has been placed before you? The first revelation has been given. Now you must decide. If you feel this truth stirring within you, comment 777 below to affirm that you are ready to awaken to your true identity. Message 2. Stand apart. Do you not see it yet? The world does not love you because it was never meant to. You have spent years wondering why people mock you, why they misunderstand you, why they push you away. But this rejection is not random. It is not a curse. It is confirmation. They can sense what you are. Even if they cannot put it into words, they see something in you that unsettles them, something that does not conform to their ways. And so they turn against you, not because you have done wrong, but because you do not belong to them. Have you ever wondered why your presence makes some people uncomfortable, even when you say nothing? Why some turn against you for no reason at all? It is because you are different, and they can feel it. The darkness that rules this world recognizes the light inside you and fears what you will become if you fully step into your calling. Imagine a light shining in a dark room. It reveals what was hidden, and those accustomed to shadows may squint or turn away. But that does not dim the light's power. It only highlights its necessity. What if your rejection is actually your redirection? What if every betrayal, every loss, every misunderstanding was my way of setting you apart for something greater? The darkness has known it from the moment you were born. That is why the attacks have come, why the struggles have been relentless. But do not mistake opposition for failure. It is proof that you carry something this world cannot comprehend. The question is, will you let their rejection define you? Or will you rise and step fully into the truth of who you are? My chosen one, listen carefully. The rejection you have faced was not by chance. Every moment of isolation, every season of loneliness, every time you felt like an outcast, it was all part of a divine process. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to be accepted by those who cannot see what you carry. From the beginning, you have walked a different path, one that separates you from the crowd. But have you ever wondered why? The truth is, the world cannot recognize you because your spirit does not bow to its false kings. The systems of this world are built on illusions, power, status, control, designed to enslave the minds of those who are unaware. But you were born to see through the deception. Your spirit was not made to conform, but to break free. This is why you have always felt different. It is why, no matter how much you tried to fit in, something inside you resisted. Have you noticed how some people are drawn to you while others turn against you without reason? It is not because of anything you have done. It is because your spirit carries something they cannot explain, like a compass that always points true north. Your inner light directs toward truth, unsettling those who wander aimlessly. While others seek favor from men, you are being prepared in obscurity, trained in solitude, shaped by rejection. And when your time comes, you will be ready. Could it be that your rejection is actually your preparation? So do not grieve the loneliness. Do not mourn the rejection. It is a sign that you are set apart. The false kings of this world have no power over you, and that is why they cannot recognize you. But heaven does. And when the time comes, those who once rejected you will see exactly why you were chosen. Will you embrace your calling, or will you keep trying to fit into a world that was never meant to hold you? The enemy has tried to break you. He has whispered lies into your mind, making you question yourself, making you wonder if you were the problem. He has tried to convince you that you are unworthy, that you are unloved, that something is wrong with you. But hear the truth now. You are not the problem. You are the threat. They fear you. They fear your light because it exposes their darkness. They fear your wisdom because it cannot be manipulated. They fear the way you walk into a room and shift the atmosphere without uttering a single word. Have you ever noticed how people become uneasy in your presence? Even before you speak, it is because your spirit carries something they cannot understand, but instinctively recognize. The enemy knows that you have the ability to discern beyond the surface, to see through deception, to expose hidden agendas, and that is why they turn against you. Have you ever wondered why people who once supported you suddenly turn cold? Why those you trusted try to silence you? It was never about you personally. It was about what you carry. The light inside you threatens the darkness in them. And rather than change, they seek to remove you. But listen, my chosen one. Your loneliness was not a curse. It was preparation. Every season of isolation, every time you felt abandoned, every moment of rejection was a refining fire. The trials were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to strip away every false attachment, every dependency on the approval of man, so that you would learn to seek only my approval. What the enemy meant for evil, I have been using for your good, like gold purified in the furnace. You emerge stronger, brighter, ready to shine without compromise. Even as you endured these hardships, know that they were forging resilience in you, teaching you to stand firm like a tree rooted deeply in fertile soil, unswayed by storms. This is your moment of revelation. You were never abandoned. Heaven was protecting you. You were never unworthy. Your worth was simply too great for those who could not see it. And you were never alone. I was always walking beside you. The time for apologizing is over. No more shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. No more silencing your voice to avoid offending those who cannot handle the truth. The world has tried to make you believe that being different is a burden, that standing apart is something to be ashamed of. But the time for dimming your light is over. Stand apart. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them stare. Do you really think their opinions define your purpose? Do you believe their approval determines your worth? You were not sent here to be liked. The great ones, the ones chosen by me, have never been accepted by the world. I was not liked. Religious leaders plotted against me, and even my own people rejected me. But did I compromise my truth? Did I change my mission so the world would embrace me? No. I disrupted the system, exposed the hypocrisy, and fulfilled my purpose regardless of the opposition. And now, it is your turn. You were sent here to disrupt, to shake the foundations of falsehood, to challenge the darkness that has been allowed to thrive unchecked. Have you ever noticed how those who walk in deception are comfortable around others, who conform but uneasy in the presence of those who carry truth? That is because your very existence is an act of defiance against the lies of this world. You could have stayed silent. You could have dimmed your light, but embrace the calling placed upon you. Will you? The second revelation has been given. You have been set apart for a reason. The time for hiding is over. You have seen the truth. Now you must embrace it. If this resonates and you feel the call to stand apart, comment, "Lord, I stand with you," below to declare your commitment. Message 3. Obey without delay. You no longer have time to wait. The hour of hesitation has passed. The third angel's voice thunders through the air, shaking the very foundation beneath you. Enough waiting, enough second-guessing, enough asking, searching, looking for yet another sign. The truth has already been revealed to you. The mission has already been placed in your hands. You already know what you are meant to do. Now do it. How many more confirmations do you need? How many more times must you hear the same call before you finally step forward? Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for permission. I have already sent the call. Now you must answer it. Have you ever noticed how some people waste years, even decades, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes? If you had waited for the right circumstances, the right conditions, the perfect opportunity, you never would have changed the world. But act, and now the choice is yours. Will you take action, or will you keep waiting while time slips away? The third angel's voice is not gentle. It is urgent. Heaven is waiting for you to move. This world does not need another hesitant soul, another chosen one who remains stuck in fear and uncertainty. It needs warriors. It needs those who will rise, speak, create, and act. Those who will stop looking for signs and start becoming the sign. You have been called. You have been prepared. You have been given everything you need. Now will you obey my chosen one? You have felt the pull. You have heard the whispers in your spirit, seen the signs before you, and yet you hesitate. You wonder, am I truly ready? You question, do I have what it takes? But hear this now. Delay is the enemy's greatest weapon against you. Every second of hesitation is a doorway for doubt. The longer you wait, the more your confidence erodes. The enemy wants you trapped in uncertainty, paralyzed by overthinking, waiting for some moment of absolute clarity that will never come. But what if the clarity you seek will only come once you move? The longer you wait, the more fear gains power over you. What if you let fear stop you now? Instead, see your doubts and fears not as barriers, but as signals that you are stepping into something greater. like crossing a threshold into a new room where light awaits. Hesitation does more than feed fear. It closes doors that were meant to be yours. Have you ever looked back on an opportunity you missed, realizing too late that it was meant for you? If you keep waiting for the perfect conditions, you will never move. And if you do not move, how will you ever receive what was meant for you? The truth is, you are already prepared. I do not call the ready, I call the willing. You don't need another sign. You don't need more time. The moment has come. The only question is, will you step into it, or will you let hesitation steal what was always meant to be yours? You do not have time to delay any longer. Heaven is moving. The divine plan is unfolding, and if you do not move with it, you will be left behind. The calling on your life is not one of convenience. It is one of urgency. This is not the time to hesitate, to second guess, to wait for another sign. The doors that are opening will not remain open forever. The opportunities before you are not guaranteed to return. If you do not step forward now, how many blessings will pass you by? Yes, the road ahead is uncertain. Yes, stepping into the unknown is terrifying. But when has faith ever been about certainty? Your obedience will unlock miracles. Have you considered that the breakthrough you are praying for is waiting on your first step of faith? Miracles follow action. The enemy wants you stuck, afraid to move, afraid to fail. But what if the only real failure is refusing to act at all? See every challenge as an opportunity to rise, like climbing a mountain where each step builds your strength and reveals a broader view. Great things do not happen to those who hesitate. They happen to those who are willing to act even when the future is unclear. The time is now. You have waited long enough. Heaven is moving. Will you move with it? Will you allow your fear to keep you bound? Or will you take the step that will change everything? The choice is yours. But remember this: obedience now will open doors that hesitation will close forever. Message 4. Speak the truth. The very sound of your voice will shake the foundations of the earth. When the fourth angel speaks, his words burn with a fire that cannot be contained. It is a fire that purifies, that consumes falsehood, and that ignites the souls of those who are ready to awaken. You have been chosen not for silence, but for declaration. You were given sight not to keep hidden, but to illuminate the path for those who wander in darkness. You were given wisdom not to be stored away, but to be poured out like living water for those who thirst for the truth. You were entrusted with divine truth so that you could proclaim it to the world, unshaken by doubt or fear. Now, my chosen one, open your mouth and let the words of heaven flow through you. Can you feel it, the weight of the words placed upon your soul? You were never meant to remain silent. There is a reason why you perceive what others cannot see, why your ears catch whispers that others dismiss. What if the very things you've witnessed were entrusted to you because I knew you would not remain silent? The words you carry are not your own. They are heavenly, sacred, meant to set captives free. But the enemy has fought against your voice from the beginning. He has tried to silence you, to make you question your authority, to fill your heart with fear so that you hesitate before speaking. How many times has he made you believe that your voice carries no weight, that your truth will fall upon deaf ears, and yet, deep within, you know the truth. Your voice was set apart long before you drew your first breath. Just like a river that must flow to nourish the land, Your words are meant to bring life and refreshment to those around you. You were anointed before your birth. The calling upon your life is not something you stumbled into. It was written into your very being before time began. So why hesitate now? Why allow fear to grip you when the heavens have already decreed your purpose? Your voice carries the same weight in the spiritual realm. You do not speak to gain favor. You do not speak to be accepted. You speak because you are called. You speak because the chains of the oppressed depend on it. And what is the message that burns within you? It is a call to awaken, to turn toward the light, for the kingdom of heaven is near. Your voice is not an echo. It is a trumpet call, a sound that pierces through deception, waking those who have been lulled to sleep by the world's distractions. Will you let the fire within you die out, or will you rise and let your voice be the instrument I intended it to be if you sense the fire igniting within? Comment. 2 below. To proclaim that you will speak boldly. The time has come, my chosen one. The fire in your words was never meant to be tamed. You were not called to whisper, but to declare. Open your mouth and let the world hear what I have placed inside of you. You were never meant to whisper when the fire of mine burns within you. Your voice was crafted to roar, to shake the very foundations of darkness, to pierce through deception and awaken the souls of those still trapped in spiritual slumber. Do not shrink back when you were meant to rise. Do not hide in the shadows when you were anointed to stand in the light. Every word you speak in faith carries the weight of heaven itself. You are not alone in this mission. My presence, my authority, and my power stand behind you. Speak with boldness. Let the fire within you consume all hesitation and declare the truth with the certainty of one who knows that the heavens have already decreed victory. This is the fourth revelation, the message that carries the weight of divine urgency. It is not meant to be kept hidden, nor is it meant to be spoken with timidity. You have been entrusted with truth, and now you must proclaim it. None were chosen for their eloquence, their strength, or their qualifications. They were chosen because they obeyed. Will you? What will you do with these words? Will you dismiss them as just another message, something to consider later when the time feels right? Or will you allow them to take root, to stir something so deep within you that you can no longer remain the same? Will you break the cycle of waiting, doubting, and overanalyzing? Or will you finally step into the calling that heaven has been leading you toward? Even when you doubt yourself, heaven has already named you victorious. The same is true for you. You may think you are not ready, that your voice is too small, that your past disqualifies you. But heaven sees differently. Heaven sees the warrior in you, the one who has been forged through trials, the one who has been refined by fire, the one who has been chosen for such a time as this. Look at the world around you. Darkness grows bolder. Lies are being spread as truth. And yet my chosen ones are rising, stepping into the fullness of their purpose. You were never meant to remain on the sidelines. You are not merely a spectator in this battle. You are a warrior, an instrument of my will. Even those who changed the course of destiny did not wait until they felt fully prepared. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Fear cannot dictate your actions. And now the question turns to you. Will fear keep you silent? Or will you step into the boldness that heaven has already placed within you? You have been called. The words have been given. The question is no longer whether you are ready, but whether you will obey. Will you answer the call, or will you let hesitation rob you of the purpose that is already waiting for you? The time is now. Stand, speak, declare. The world is waiting. To delay is to deny. Every moment you hesitate, the enemy seizes as an opportunity to plant more doubt, more fear, more reasons to convince you that you are not ready. Every time you tell yourself, "I just need more time," you are unknowingly surrendering the very ground that was meant to be yours. How many victories have been stolen because my chosen ones hesitated at the threshold of their breakthrough? How many battles have been lost, not because of the enemy's strength, but because of delayed obedience? Understand this. No one who has ever been called by me has felt completely ready. And yet I did not choose them based on their confidence or preparedness. I chose them because they were willing. Do you see the pattern? Your readiness is not measured by how prepared you feel, but by your willingness to trust the one who called you. This moment is not about your worthiness. It was never about that. The angels are not standing before you to question whether you are qualified. Heaven is not waiting for you to present a list of achievements, proving that you deserve this calling. I already made my decision. You were chosen not because you are perfect, not because you have all the answers, but because your heart is willing. The only question left is, will you step forward? If you had waited until you felt ready, you would have never taken that step. What about you? Are you waiting for a feeling of certainty before you move? What if that feeling never comes? Even outside of Scripture, history shows us that those who stepped into greatness did not wait until they felt ready. A humble person who felt an overwhelming call to serve did not wait until they had enough resources, the right connections, or a grand strategy. They simply stepped out in faith, trusting that I would provide. And I did. Their willingness, not their qualifications, changed the world. I do not need you to be perfect. I do not require you to have it all figured out. I only ask for your obedience, your trust, your willingness to take that first step. The moment is now. The angels have arrived. The call has been given. The only thing left is your response. Will you step into what has already been written for you? Or will you let hesitation rob you of what was always meant to be yours? The truth has been spoken, and now the time for action has come. Heaven has called you, anointed you, and prepared you for this very moment. The enemy has tried to silence you, but you were not created to remain quiet. Your voice carries divine power. You have been given words that can break chains, wisdom that can pierce through deception, and a calling that cannot be denied. But to step into this mission, you must surrender every fear, every hesitation, and every doubt into my hands. You must pray not just with your lips, but with your whole being, calling upon heaven to ignite the fire within you. Now let us pray together as a family. Heavenly Father, I come before you today with a heart open and surrendered. You have called me, you have chosen me, and you have placed your truth within me. Before I was born, you anointed my voice to speak, my spirit to discern, and my mind to understand. Yet for so long, I have allowed fear to hold me back. I have questioned myself when you had already given me the answer. I have hesitated when you had already prepared the way. But today, Lord, I say yes. I declare that I will no longer be silent. The enemy has tried to mute me, to make me doubt my purpose, but his schemes will not prevail. For you have not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I receive this truth into my soul. Let every lie that has kept me bound be broken now in the name of Jesus. Lord, set a fire in my spirit. Let your words flow through me like a mighty river, unstoppable and unshaken. Make me bold, Lord, bold like those who stood before kings, bold like those who faced falsehoods, bold like those who prepared the way. When I speak, let it not be my voice, but yours speaking through me. When I open my mouth, let truth be released, breaking chains and setting captives free. Father, I repent for every moment I have allowed the approval of man to dictate my actions. I am not here to please the world. I am here to fulfill your will. The world may misunderstand me. They may reject me. They may even turn against me, but I will not bow to their false kings. My allegiance is to you alone. Lord, strengthen my spirit. I know the road ahead will not be easy. I know that walking in obedience will come with battles, with opposition, with moments of doubt. But just as you walked with your faithful ones, just as you stood with those who faced giants, I know you will stand with me. Your word says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." I cling to this promise. I will not walk in fear. I will walk in faith. Father, I ask for divine discernment. Help me to see beyond the surface, to recognize deception when it arises, to perceive the schemes of the enemy before they take root. Let me be a vessel of truth in a world drowning in lies. Let my words cut through darkness like a sword, bringing revelation to those who are lost. And Lord, I ask for endurance. There will be moments of weariness, moments where I feel alone, moments where I question everything. But remind me, Father, that I am never truly alone. Remind me that even in rejection and misunderstanding, you never waver. If the world turns against those who follow you, I choose to follow anyway, today. I step fully into my calling. No more delay, no more waiting for another sign, no more doubting what I already know. I receive the mantle you have placed upon me. I embrace the mission you have assigned to me. I open my mouth, and I will speak. Let your power go before me. Let your favor surround me. Let your words flow through me. For yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. In Jesus' mighty name, I pray, Amen. As we delve into the profound significance of my chosen ones and the powerful message of the 144000000 being called, we are reminded that the arrival of the four angels with their divine messages marks a pivotal moment in history. These angels have come with not just words, but a call to action, a call for transformation, and a call to step into the destiny that has been set before you by me. This is the time to recognize is that you are part of something much bigger than yourself, something eternal, something divinely orchestrated. The path you are walking is one of great purpose, and with each step you take in faith, You are aligning yourself with my will. The 1440000 are not just a group of individuals. They are a representation of my chosen ones who are called to bring about my divine plan on earth. This calling is not without its challenges. But remember, with each challenge comes an opportunity to grow in faith and to fulfill the mission I have placed in your heart. As the angels have arrived with powerful messages, you too are being called to listen, to act, and to become a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. You are equipped with everything you need to fulfill your calling, and the strength you need is already within you through my grace and guidance. In these times of spiritual awakening, when the angels are speaking and the divine plan is unfolding, it's crucial that you align yourself with my will. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the divine messages being sent your way. Take time to listen, reflect, and step forward in faith, knowing that as one of my chosen ones, you are part of a greater movement. You are a part of the fulfillment of prophecy, and your role in this divine story is significant. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel inspired and moved by the truth of my calling on your life, comment 111 below to share that you are stepping into your purpose. We invite you to share your thoughts, your stories, and your insights in the comments below. Let us know how this message has resonated with you and how you are responding to my call in your life. Your voice matters, and it can inspire others who are on this same journey. Above all, we want to express our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. We are so thankful for your continued support and for being part of this powerful community. May I bless you abundantly, guide you with my divine wisdom, and strengthen your resolve to walk in my purpose. As you continue on your journey, know that you are not alone. The angels are with you, and my love surrounds you. Thank you for being here with us, and may you always walk in the light of my love and grace. My chosen ones, I have summoned the 14400 and released 4 angels with 4 declarations from heaven. These words are not distant prophecies. They set in motion events that touch your own household. For when heaven moves, it does not only shift nations, it reaches into the lives of those dearest to you. That is why I now speak more personally. This concerns your son. Tomorrow, everything begins to shift, my chosen one. This concerns your son. Tomorrow shifts everything. There are rare moments when I pause, not with roaring storms or flashes of lightning, but with a sacred hush so profound that only those deeply attuned to my spirit can feel it resonate through their bones. My chosen one, have you been feeling a mysterious heaviness in your spirit recently? Have you awakened in the middle of the night with your heart racing, sensing a deep urgency you couldn't put into words? Perhaps you've noticed subtle signs like unexpected tears or sudden moments of clarity. These aren't coincidences. They are divine signals. Why? Because I am moving in ways you cannot yet fully see, and the epicenter of this movement is your child. Yes, your precious child, the one you've prayed for in secret, the one whose future has kept you awake some nights. You are not just receiving another inspirational word today. This is a direct dispatch from my throne room, a divine revelation carrying your child's name echoing through the realms above. Imagine for a moment the scene last night. While your home was wrapped in silence, while your child slept soundly or perhaps wrestled in dreams only I can interpret. A messenger stood before me, holding a scroll that bore not the stains of failure, nor the weight of shame, but rather the golden seal of covenant. Can you fathom that your family's name illuminated in celestial brilliance? Your child's destiny echoing not with cries of despair, but with proclamations of authority and purpose. In that holy assembly, I spoke not a gentle whisper to comfort, but a mighty decree that shattered the silence. Tomorrow I will do what no man can do. Have you ever considered that a single divine command could shift generations? This was not an invitation to hope vaguely. It was not a poetic metaphor meant to stir emotions and then fade away. It was a royal command, a heavenly order backed by all my power and majesty. Your child's life is not being adjusted. It is being rewritten completely. What does it feel like to know that I have chosen to intervene directly in your lineage? How does it shift your prayers when you realize that this transformation isn't dependent on your striving, your perfect parenting, or your calculated plans? The transformation is anchored in covenant, a sacred promise that I made with you long before your child took their first breath. Think of how a tree's roots grow deep and strong, unseen beneath the soil, providing nourishment and stability through every storm. Similarly, my covenant with you is that deep foundation, sustaining your child through life's challenges and ensuring they grow into the fullness I intended. This is an eternal guarantee. Imagine a garden where seeds are planted with care, watered faithfully, and protected from weeds. Your prayers and faith are like that gardener's work, nurturing the spiritual growth that will bloom in your child's life, bringing peace and purpose beyond measure. What if your private intercessions, your whispered prayers over your child's bed, are crafting the future of a leader, a healer, or a prophet? Can you see the holy lineage I am weaving through your faithfulness? Think of how a single thread in a tapestry might seem insignificant alone, but woven together with others, it creates a beautiful, enduring picture. Your acts of faith are those threads, forming a legacy of strength and light for your child and beyond. You might wonder why now. Why this urgency? Because tomorrow signifies a spiritual line being crossed. The shift is not theoretical. It is set in divine motion. I am able to do immeasurably more than all you ask or imagine, according to my power that is at work within you. Have you been limiting your imagination, thinking small when I am thinking generations ahead? This covenant is unbreakable, not forged through your perfection, but through my unfailing love. My love is with those who honor me, and my righteousness with their children's children. Your child's breakthrough, their divine assignment, is coming. Not because of the world's timing, but because my appointed time has arrived. Can you feel the weight of that? Can you embrace the honor of being chosen to parent a destiny carrier? The decree has been spoken. The heavens have aligned. Now, my chosen one, will you stand in full expectation, eyes lifted, knowing that what I have started, no force on earth can stop? The prayers you have whispered in the quietest hours of the night, the ones soaked in silent tears, the ones you could barely form into words, my chosen one, they have not vanished into the darkness. Have you ever wondered if those late-night pleadings were truly heard? Do you sometimes question whether your whispered pleas mattered when no one else could see? Let me assure you, I have recorded every single word, every trembling breath, every hidden cry, while many parents pray for safety, for daily needs to be met. Only a rare few, those spiritually alert, those chosen to see beyond the ordinary, hear my subtle whisper saying, "Prepare him." Have you felt that quiet command deep inside, even when you tried to dismiss it? I am preparing to pour out a fortune over your son's life. And this is not merely financial. Can you imagine a fortune that breaks curses older than your grandparents, that shifts entire bloodlines toward light? This fortune is the inheritance of spiritual authority and favor, the kind that frees not only your child, but every future generation connected to your lineage. I am moving in dimensions your natural eyes cannot perceive right now, restructuring ancient spiritual systems that have limited your family for decades, maybe centuries. And I have chosen your child as the divine spark to ignite this transformation. Why not because your son has been flawless or without mistakes, but because I am unwaveringly faithful, because you, my chosen one, stood firm in faith. When every logical voice screamed at you to give up, when exhaustion nearly drowned your hope, and yet you stayed on your knees. Your faith might have trembled, but it never surrendered. Your children will be mighty in the land. The generation of the upright will be blessed. That assurance is not a mere poetic line to make you feel better. It is a prophetic decree echoing through eternity and landing in your home right now. It is being fulfilled because of your righteousness, your persistent prayers, your secret battles fought in spiritual trenches no one else knew about. I am now moving to honor the covenant you've upheld in tears and in worship. Your child will not wander in the shadows forever. They will not be abandoned or discarded by my hand. Even if your son has drifted far away, even if society has labeled him in ways that break your heart, even if he has stumbled beyond your reach, I still see the unblemished word I spoke over him before he ever drew breath. Have you considered that my memory of your child's purpose is stronger than any failure, louder than any accusation? Think of how a diamond is formed under immense pressure, hidden in the earth, yet emerges as something unbreakable and brilliant. Similarly, your child's trials are forging them into a vessel of enduring strength and light, far beyond what the eye can see now. Think of a river that carves through rock over time, not by force, but by persistent flow. Your love and prayers are that steady river, shaping your child's path toward wholeness and purpose, even when progress seems slow. Think of a lighthouse standing firm amid crashing waves, guiding ships safely to shore. You are that lighthouse, your faith a beacon that draws your child back to safety, no matter how far they've wandered. These parents were not just protectors. They were spiritual midwives helping birth divine assignments into the earth. This current moment isn't about your child achieving some human definition of good enough. It is about my mercy overshadowing every shortcoming. I declare to you today, I am shifting the weight of this season. What does that look like in your spirit? I am transferring wealth into your son's hands, not merely currency, but influence, wisdom, divine opportunities that cannot be manipulated or stolen. I am infusing his future with unstoppable purpose, awakening the original mission planted in his spirit before time began. I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, so that he will not destroy the fruit of your ground. I am silencing every demonic voice, every generational curse, every malicious rumor that tried to destroy your son's name and destiny. Can you sense the magnitude of this divine reversal? Have you allowed yourself to imagine what a future free from these spiritual shackles looks like for your child? When I intervene, no human hand can block the blessing. No critic can nullify the promise. This is not just a shift. It is a full-scale takeover of your child's spiritual atmosphere. I will contend with those who contend with you and your children. I will save. I am standing guard over your son right now. Will you dare to believe that this moment is the turning point your prayers have been building toward all these years, if this truth resonates deeply within you? Comment 777 below to affirm your faith in my promises for your child. Yes, my chosen one, the battle has been relentless and heavy. Your child may have walked through valleys so deep that even you could barely watch, facing harsh rejection from peers or loved ones, fighting waves of anxiety that kept them up at night, wrestling with spiritual confusion that left them questioning their worth, or even struggling with addictions that seemed to chain them to the ground. But hear me clearly today. None of these experiences define who your child truly is. Have you ever paused and asked yourself, what do I really see when I look at your child? They are not the product of their pain. They are not the total of their mistakes. They are defined by the eternal word spoken over their soul before the foundation of this world was laid. That timeless word is about to crash into this present moment and explode into reality. Have you ever wondered how close your child actually is to their divine breakthrough? The miracle that is coming is not an accident, nor is it the result of chance. It is arriving because a battle has already been fought in realms beyond your sight. My warriors have contended for your child's destiny in the heavenly courts. I have already secured the victory long before you saw even the smallest sign of change. I restrained forces of destruction aimed directly at your family. I delayed and dismantled the enemy's tactics, and at the perfect moment, I declared over your child now, bless him, let him rise. Can you feel the magnitude of those words echoing even now? Something monumental is coming tomorrow, something so transformative that the enemy has gone into overdrive trying to distract you. Have you noticed how unexpected conflicts pop up lately? How sudden waves of discouragement wash over you? Whispering, this message isn't really for you. These aren't random attacks. They are targeted attempts to steal your faith right at the brink of breakthrough. The adversary knows that if you stay engaged, if you dare to keep believing despite every whisper of doubt, if you act in unwavering faith, chains that have bound your child for years will snap and fall to the ground. Can you imagine that moment when your child steps into freedom? How would it feel to finally see them live unburdened, fully alive in purpose? This is not just some poetic blessing to make you feel hopeful for a moment. This is a living, breathing, supernatural shift orchestrated by my hand. It includes financial favor, yes, doors opening, unexpected provision arriving. But it reaches so much deeper. This blessing brings physical and emotional healing, a restoration of identity, and a rebirth of dreams long buried. It is designed to pierce through every emotional scar to reset your child's spiritual compass back to heaven's coordinates. I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health just as your soul prospers. Think of how a broken bone heals stronger at the point of fracture, mended by the body's own wisdom. Similarly, your child's wounds will heal into places of greater strength, turning pain into power and vulnerability into victory. Think of a seed that must break open in the soil to grow, enduring darkness before sprouting toward the light. Your child's struggles are that necessary breaking, leading to growth that reaches high and bears fruit for many. Think of a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, transformed from what was confined and limited. Your child's current season is that cocoon, preparing them for wings of freedom and purpose that will carry them far. What seems like the end is often just the preparation ground for a divine comeback. Could it be that your child's current struggle is simply the soil in which their future greatness is being cultivated? Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Your family's night season is ending. My chosen one. The morning is on the horizon. The type of blessing approaching will break every generational word curse that has hovered like a dark cloud over your lineage. It will realign your child's life, not with human expectations, but with heaven's original script for them. Can you see it? Can you feel the spiritual atmosphere already shifting around you? I am not just offering encouragement today. I am handing you keys to unlock your child's divine destiny. Will you dare to grab hold and walk forward in faith, knowing that tomorrow everything changes? There are doors, my chosen one, spiritual doors, professional doors, relational doors, waiting on the brink of opening wide for your child. Have you felt a sudden pull toward unexpected connections? Have you noticed a strange alignment of events that seem too perfectly timed to be coincidence? You might receive a phone call out of nowhere, meet someone in passing who shifts everything, or encounter an unexpected opportunity that you didn't orchestrate or even imagine. When these things begin to unfold, you will remember these very words echoing in your spirit. But hear this, blessings are not passive gifts simply dropped into your lap without your cooperation. They demand your active participation, your bold declaration, your unwavering obedience. Have you been too silent? Have you let fear choke your voice? You will also decree a thing, and it will be established for you, and light will shine on your ways. My chosen one, this is your moment to open your mouth and speak life into your child's future. Say it aloud. Even now, tomorrow my child will rise. Their future belongs to me. This is not merely wishful thinking. This is spiritual legislation, decreed from my throne. Right now, whether your child realizes it or not, my warriors are already surrounding them, encircling them like an impenetrable shield. Even if they are lost in confusion or deep rebellion, because of your steadfast faith, your midnight intercessions, your obedience to divine nudges, I have released orders. My warriors are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. Yes, my chosen one. And one of these warriors is standing by your child at this very moment. I saw your secret nights when you whispered through tears, "Don't let the enemy have him." I heard the desperation in your cries, the exhaustion in your spirit, and I responded with thunderous certainty. I have heard you. I am already moving. Behind the veil of what you can see, something powerful is already erupting. Chains forged in the dark are shattering. Every accusation hurled in the invisible realm is being silenced by my redemption. Your child's identity, once obscured by confusion and false labels, is being rewritten not by cultural expectations or human judgments, but by my own hand. Can you feel the shift in the spiritual atmosphere? This is not fantasy. This is not religious folklore to make you feel better. This is the raw, electric reality of the spirit realm. Throughout history, every visible miracle was preceded by an invisible battle. Before answers arrive, messengers wrestle against spiritual opposition. Before rain pours down, it is heard first in the spirit, long before a cloud appears. Right now, can you hear it? The sound of breakthrough is already echoing through my corridors on behalf of your child. The enemy senses it, too. That's why the distractions have multiplied, why the attacks have intensified, why delays and strange frustrations have crept into your days. The enemy is terrified because he knows that if you stay engaged, if you hold your ground in faith, his grip on your child will break beyond repair. What you see with your physical eyes is not the whole story. The obstacles are temporary shadows. My eternal movement is unstoppable and advancing rapidly. This is not just another season of change. This is a divine operation, a surgical intervention from me, crafted with meticulous precision and boundless power. Imagine this: I have issued a direct assignment from my throne room, and your child stands at the very center of it. Not only has a miracle been placed on my schedule, but a specific warrior, fully authorized, equipped, and anointed, has been dispatched on a personal mission. This warrior is not an abstract idea or a symbolic metaphor. This is a living, powerful, spiritual being carrying scrolls straight from my courts, operating under direct orders from me. You may never see this warrior with your physical eyes, but my archives have already documented his deployment. Movement has begun. The atmosphere around your child is shifting. Even now, the air is charged. The ground beneath your child's steps is no longer neutral. A supernatural highway is being cleared ahead of them. This warrior is moving with authority, tearing down strongholds, gathering resources from my warehouses, orchestrating divine meetings, and aligning every detail with my perfect timing. I will command my warriors concerning you to guard you in all your ways. This isn't poetic fluff. This is kingdom logistics. I don't send warriors to negotiate terms. They are sent to execute divine orders. Right now, your child's warrior is preparing to deliver miracles that will arrive in forms you might least expect. A sudden phone call, an unexpected job offer, a seemingly casual conversation that unlocks new dimensions. My chosen one. This divine operation is not a distant hope, but a present reality, unfolding with unstoppable force. The warrior assigned to your child moves with precision, clearing paths and dismantling every obstacle the enemy has placed in their way. Can you sense the shift in the spiritual atmosphere? The electric charge of my presence surrounding your child? This is not a moment to waver or doubt. Your faith is the key that unlocks the full release of this miracle, like a river breaking through a dam. Your prayers have carved a channel for my blessings to flow. Speak boldly over your child's life. Declare their purpose, their healing, their victory. Call forth the destiny I etched into their soul before time began. Your words, rooted in my promise, are not empty. They are seeds planted in fertile ground, ready to burst forth with life. Do not let the enemy's lies steal your focus. The distractions, the delays, the whispers of "it's too late" are his desperate attempts to derail what I have already set in motion. Stand firm, my chosen one. Your child is not forgotten, not forsaken. They are marked by my hand, covered by my covenant. Even now, I am aligning divine connections, people, opportunities, moments that will propel them into their purpose. Picture a tapestry, each thread carefully woven to create a masterpiece. Your faith is the thread that completes the design. Revealing my plan for your child's life, fast, pray, and declare with authority. Make your home a sanctuary where my truth reigns. Your obedience in this moment will echo through generations, breaking cycles of pain and establishing a legacy of blessing. My beloved, hold fast. The miracle is not coming, it is here. Your child's tomorrow begins today, and I am with you, guiding every step. Comment: my child rises now to seal your faith. May my peace and power rest upon you and your household forever. God bless you abundantly.